Okay.
Alright, we got our top plate for our springer here. We're going to straighten it all up. It's got a little dent right here. Biggest thing, it's all warped and bent all through here. Pins laying over. Right now it's tight, but we'll have to re-rivet it after we straighten it. So what I'm going to take a part of an old boring bar laying around here. I'm going to go ahead and drill a hole in here for the pin to go through it, and then I can go ahead and press that flat. Then I got this little washer right here. I'll put that on top of my tool after I'm done. That should lift it up above the surface of what the plate is and allow me to re-rivet the head, because it might loosen up on us.
Yeah.
So by having a little washer in there, we'll be able to do that. So the pin right now appears to be around 201 thou diameter, give or take some high spots, and it's about 550 or 40 in height. There's 554 right there, so something around 550 in height. So go ahead and see if this thing will all cut. It's already got a center hole in it. Appears to be on center. Now we got to find out how hard the material is going to be to cut. So we're going to take a junk drill laying around. 372. That'll work. Drill it, see what happens here. Hard. Hard but milling. See how deep it is. 475 right now. It's not actually that deep, but it's close. Okay. Get this time. We're around 512. .580 right now, so a little bit deeper than I want to be. Possibly. It's a 204 drill. I don't want to make it too tight, it never you'll get the pin out of the hole. And I got bottomed out. About 582 right now. So how much we wanted?
550.
Oh.
So that's okay.
It is?
Yeah. Now it's 550.
Nah.
You could tell that in your sleep.
It's 566.
Okay, well, you're getting down there.
Doesn't fit though. Isn't that deep?
Yeah, but you got your washer.
Washer's right here. So what number do we have?
564, you said.
I don't know what we need.
550.
550 or 5 what?
564, I thought.
564. And we take off that much. Probably a few pounds too much. Maybe. How about 5545?
Good enough for me.
Close enough for you? Do you think that was accurate?
That's B52 standards.
Yeah, you're assuming all those other dimensions are close, so.
That's main thrust bearing washer on the port side engine.
First one or second?
I don't know how they number those. I always wondered.
There's 3 per side or 2 per side?
Yeah.
Or 4 per side?
Are they? Yeah, 4 per side.
It's 8, isn't there?
That's 4 per side. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. Nice.
We appear to have a hole in here now.
Yeah. Very nice. That'll go in the special toolkit.
Yeah, right where it was next to the other special tools there. Alright, let's see what we got now. Now, you notice how that's going to have a dimple though, that we
Yeah.
didn't compensate for that yet. So we're going to use a compensation tool. Where's your compensating tool at? Did you forget to bring that?
Yes, I did.
Oh, okay.
Is there a lip on this? There is not. There. No, it's flat there. There's lips over here.
It looks on the outside edge
Yeah,
over
yeah.
here.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha.
So right now we got to figure out what we're going to do about this lid. So initially, we need to get something that has a hole that's bigger than that,
Right.
but not this one because
Not
that's too
that.
small.
Right.
So we need something with a bigger hole than that. So what do we got laying around over there? Nothing I see. I think we'll just flip these bolts up. Here's we got some uneven territory over here. Did you do something to my table?
Did not.
Why are these blocks not flat anymore?
Who machined those?
I don't know. This is more like who used them last. There'll be some burrs on them.
Well, we did mess with those forks on them.
High spot right there. Those little high spots right there.
Mm-hmm.
Amongst there. You hear them?
Yeah.
Ooh, look at those. Somebody was heathenizing my tool feed. That could have been. Oops. This file's got a high spot in it. See the high spots in there?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, is that one? There's a big one right there. Isn't it? Oh, there's a whole bunch over here. Man, what you do to my blocks last time you used them? Did you drop these on the floor?
I did not.
You sure?
While you're doing that,
This is an exciting video.
well, just when you've seen one sweep of it, you've pretty much seen it all. But
Seen it all?
I just thought the viewing audience would enjoy seeing that Sportster
Where?
behind you there.
Oh.
Can I ask you a question?
What?
Where did this come from? Is this cut out? I don't recognize that much gap under there.
Well, when you put a 16 on it instead of an 18 and you put the stock length shocks on it,
Oh.
the tire's short and squatty, otherwise the tire would have been a fire.
Yeah, yeah. Looks like the fender's been modified though too.
No, stock's in there.
Oh, okay.
It hasn't been modified much if it has been. See, now my blocks aren't rocking like they were.
Yeah,
See?
mm-hmm. Always good to start with a flat spot.
We'll go ahead and just, for the hell of it, I'll check this out too. Appears to be, good. So as long as I don't confuse my blocks again, it'll be alright. Alright, so now they're not rocking and rolling anymore. Now the way those get bad is from doing stuff like this.
Yeah.
So we got to be off that little tit there. And the problem is we're not sure how big that tit is. Appears to be about that big. And we got this one right here.
Boy, that's the way to do it, isn't it?
Flatten it out a little bit.
Huh? A lot better than it was.
Just keep doing it at different angles. I should have made a receiver piece, which I didn't do because I'm lazy. So it pushed more evenly all
Yeah,
around.
but we're doing pretty good. Now you can also use this as the backup for the rivet, huh?
See, that's not very flat now. Okay, now we gotta get this other spot. You got a dimple over here. So we just take this side here, go like that with it. And knock out the large amount of it.
Gone.
No, it's still there. You fine tune it with your small hammer. Be like a planishing hammer, but lower.
Right, right. Have you ever resurfaced this?
No, I just beat on it all the time.
No, I know, it's pretty flat.
Self-leveling. You want to make sure you don't hit your lip
Right.
over there, it cause some issues.
Wonder how many years a quality ball peen hammer would last.
Let's see, this was Dad's old hammer from the late 40s. So.
Oh, there you go. Still working.
What year is this?
Still on the job.
What year is this?
Yeah. 17. New Year's Eve. 16, 17. Oh, that's nice.
It's a little bit flatter than it used to be.
Yes, it is.
Let's check our hole here and see where we're at with this again.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now it's relatively flat again.
Mm-hmm.
See it?
It looks good.
It appears that that's 90 degrees again.
Yep.
At least very close to it.
Surprisingly, huh?
Looks like the pin's bent slightly.
Yeah.
Somebody beat it into a hole. So I'll put that on there to get a better perspective of how straight it is. So it's straight to
It's
that.
okay, yeah.
So, and it's still tight. Now this wasn't tight. We could go ahead and, no, that would make it worse. That would not peen it. Oop. I went the wrong direction. I would have had to made this shorter and had this washer on here
Right.
when I was beating on it. So if I had more like a Fender washer,
Right.
instead of this little small one, it would have still been a flat surface to work to. And then when I took it out, the washer out, there would have been a gap here that would have been about like this.
Right.
And then I could peen the hammer. I could peen the top.
Right.
So I didn't make that quite the correct way. I can also drop like a little ball bearing in here.
Right.
That would hit on that. And I could use the same tool for both, which would be a little bit easier to do.
Okay.
Because I can put a 3/16 ball in here. Because this is a 200 thou hole. So that'd be a little bit easier to do it that way. So anyway, one tool works for that, but more likely this tool will be used for some other applications.
I'm sure you'll re-engineer it as you go.
So well, I got re-engineered the last time I needed it. So
Okay.
We have several re-engineered tools.
Yeah, I like them.
Okay, so this part here is ready for some paint.
Ready then to the chromers.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Okay.
So where is your secret stash of other stuff we're working on?
Up here. Hold on a second.
Oh, that's right behind you there, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
There it is. Secret stash. Yeah, I'm going to go put my washer away because we don't need this anymore. This is a high-tech washer. It goes right here behind this junk pan head monitor. Let's see, that goes in that pile right there. Okay, this is our secret stash of stuff we were working on when we quit last. So this appears to be straight, more or less. It's kind of uneven, but see how that's not quite flat?
Right. Mm-hmm.
So how are you going to fix that?
Over the edge of this with a little tap tap.
Like that?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes or no?
it'd be nice to press on it, but well, that's one way of doing it. There's other ways of doing it. Do something like one of these. Something like one of these. Somebody put all this crap in my way where it can't work. Who was that? Uh-oh, we didn't need that piece. Okay, so
I didn't see where it went.
you sort of went one right down here.
Alright, good.
Almost lost it again. Okay, so now we got something to push against. Now we checked this to make sure it was dead flat, didn't we?
No, we did not yet.
Oh. And then we can get that file out again. Because whatever errors are in this plate will transfer into that
Yes.
piece over there.
Being as it's heavier.
Now this is an old vice jaw to some big vice that somebody
Yeah, worked pretty hard.
donated to the cause here. I'm not sure. It just says, is that upside down or right side up?
Hard to say.
Yeah, that's a VJSW, whatever the hell that is.
Wow.
I've been using it for years for non-vice applications.
And it's still serving.
It's still doing its job. Okay, so now we got that there. Now we can take a tool like maybe one of these right here. And then instead of beating it with a hammer,
Right.
we can flatten it.
Which leaves marks.
You know, we'll use a small hammer, does it? A nice smooth hammer. If you use a hammer like that, it's
Yeah.
pretty smooth. Okay, so I got that roughed in like that. And you can go like that and do it like that if you want also. Okay, now we stick it on top of our flat plate. And see how it's a little bit flatter, but still got a little bit of something in there. A little bit of a curve over here.
Oh, yeah.
So we need to go a little bit further up. Appears to be raining outside.
Boy, I would say.
Okay, let me try that again. A little bit flatter. Still got a little curve to it though. See, that curve doesn't want to come out. So if you kind of hammer out, see, that gets a little bit better. It still has a fairly good memory of what it wants. Now, if I take something, put it right here on this edge, over here, like a little piece of shim stock or something,
Yeah,
and then beat
you'll
on
get
it,
that.
you can get that out a little bit.
You'd get that out.
So where's your little piece of shim stock at?
Did you put that little washer away? That would have worked.
I got this, but this is a little bit thicker than a piece
Yeah,
of
that's
shim stock.
that is some
Definitely thicker than a shim
specific.
stock. So we'll just give it 2 light little hits. Figure out where you think it needs to be beat on. Get the appropriate amount of pressure. That appears to be the appropriate amount of pressure.
Yeah,
so.
look, there it is. Yep, flat.
Yeah, it's not perfectly flat, but it's a little bit closer. So now we go back over this a little bit with this. Make sure you don't get your thumb.
So it's all about the patience.
It's still a little bit off, but it's close. Now here's our piece this goes on to. Make sure that goes on there. Now
Much
this
better.
doesn't have to be perfectly flat, but it helps.
Pretty nice.
It helps if it's close. Now see, this goes on top of this. So see, this washer, as I recall, goes on that. Then the nut. So the washer will rub against the top surface of those, see. So this surface here actually gets as the washer area works on, so that needs to be pretty flat. Now if you put this on top like this, and then put this piece, and then the nut, then
it does nothing.
the nut's going to want to unscrew.
Right.
So that's why this has to go like this, then the washer with a locked little titty on it, and a nut to hold it. And they have another lock nut on top of this to double hold it.
Right.
So it doesn't move. Okay, so this here is not quite dead flat. Somebody appeared to use some channel locks on there and a few other offending tools. Was that you?
No, I had no. It came right off.
It came right off.
But it must have been rusted solid at some time.
Yeah, it was probably stuck in there slightly. Take it right now and tighten up against these threads, which I'm sure will not hurt them.
Yeah, well, you're not going to go that.
It appears to not be quite flat. I don't know how bad it is. Not flat it is. Appears to be fairly hard too. It's possible it might be heat treated. Just hit the shoulder right there. Stop it at one. Make sure that's flat while I'm at it. Might as well come up here and check this. No, this is bad. A little bit better. Need a half minute.
It's a whole lot better.
So I'm going to take this triangle file, come in here, catch that edge, and then roll it around. Try to knock it out. When you're doing this, you want to make sure you don't run this in your hand like that. You want to make sure it's like that.
Okay.
because that's rubbing against the vice jaw, the truck jaws. Alright, so deburrs it a little bit. See, that's pretty hard. So I'm going to go ahead and take a grinder to the rest of it. I'm going to try to knock this down a little bit more here. More of a chamfer on it. Knock that sharp edge off.
Boy, that's nice.
Now clamping on threads is not the most accurate place to hold it, but
Although that, like you said, that piece is nice and hard.
that's about all we got to work from. It's quick and simple. So now we go back on the sander and we'll just sand it a little bit to clean it up a little bit. In the meantime, we got this kind of cleaned up a little bit here.
Yeah.
So let's go check our part out and see how it fits. See, now it's nice.
Yeah, now it's
flat.
nice and flush.
Yeah, it's not rattling around like it was. There's our file at. And we want to take a few burrs off of this. So you can see how flat that is now. In the light there, get it where you can see it, I'm not sure.
Sure.
So we can take our washer and stick it on there. Now we have a decent area.
Yeah, to serve, it'll actually work as intended.
Well, it'll be nice and even tension when you put on it. It won't be rough. Most of this is hidden under that anyway, but
Yeah.
you can still see just a little bit of it.
Mm-hmm.
So I just clean up every little piece at a time. Okay, now we need to surface this a little bit. Okay, we got our top crown nut. We need to probably clean that up a little bit also. This one here is pretty nasty looking. And the washer is probably not too flat either. Okay, so let's go to different tools. Let's see what we're going to use here. We'll leave that alone. We don't need that. We don't need that. Somebody did put the grills around here. That was
Yeah. I like to catch that guy.
Yeah. Gone for 2 days pay now.
Yeah.
See, we're getting our nice new piece of sandpaper out that's
Yeah.
previously used on something else.
Okay. It's magnetic too, a guy told me.
No, it's not magnetic. It used to be sticky back, but
Oh, okay.
stickiness is kind of worn off. Okay, get that cleaned up.
Like new.
I already blasted all the crap before. Now we're just trying to make it flat. So the more even this stuff is, the better your dampener's going to work. You know, I got to put 5,000 miles on it before it starts to work correctly. Until all the high spots are worn off. That looks pretty good. See, just because this is worn out for a big job, it's still good for small jobs.
Oh, heck yeah.
There are the high spots on that.
Mm-hmm.
That's actually the surface that goes against the wind.
Right.
Yeah, high spots kind of worn away.
Yeah. When it gets quiet, you're there.
No, it's closer. Makes your fingers stronger too.
Yeah. Yeah, look at that.
So you can see the rusting that was in there.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, it's good now. We got our nut. About as big as good. Okay, now this here, these surfaces are uneven. So I'm going to hit this with a file and knock these here a little bit. See, every piece takes a few minutes to detail it.
Yeah.
too. Probably should be spinning it quite that fast. But oh well. Why start doing it right now, right? If it's really bad, you come in there with your cutter and just cut it. Okay, it appears that's the angle I need to be holding it at. See the high spots?
Mm-hmm.
So at least now they're not cutting you as you
Yeah.
go around. You still got where somebody had their famous channel locks back
Yeah.
out again. Would you take them off with channel locks?
No, it came off. It came off without any problem.
You didn't use the channel locks?
And I did not.
Yeah, lean that
I
on.
think it used a crescent wrench on it, but it didn't.
They probably didn't have the right size wrench. Okay, now we can go back and use the grinder to do the grinding. So this is good. This needs work. This here, we need some work on this. That's a mess. Okay, so we're going to go back and back the grinder. It needs a little bit. I've got paint booth going over here.
Just a minute, I'm doing some documenting here.
What?
Just, there's the proof in the pudding, folks.
Of what?
The world's fastest speed trials, what?
There's a better sticker.
And what's that one?
Well, before the alcohol and nitro hit it, that was the 50th anniversary of Bonneville.
Oh, I can't see that. Yeah, this, get a look at this.
Then you got the good one over here, which was the first annual Muroc. The second annual. Yeah, military bike was first. This is second annual. Oh, this one's third. It's the third meet.
Wow.
So the military is first, KR was second, this was the third.
And this knob does what?
I don't know, you can label it, so something.
Huh, what's NOS?
Maybe that blue bottle. Okay, is this dry yet? Tatro's paint booth over here. It's a little sticky still. Keep it around maybe. It ain't gonna stay around because it's heat generated. Alright, time to go back to the freezer. Quit looking at all the good stuff.
We will.
We're gonna hang this thing
Here,
right here, my frame table. I knew I bought that for a reason. It's a good table.
well, it won't tip over, that's for sure.
It might.
I'm glad to see you're using this vise.
Yeah. Now, you don't want to go down until they clean up. You just want to knock
No,
off the
just
high
knock
spots.
off the edge, right?
That's
Yeah,
good.
that looks pretty good.
And this one here.
Yeah.
Knock off the high spots. Alright. We got the other one over here. Oops, somebody hit it. Appears to be a pretty heavy high spot. Gonna overcome the torque without hitting your fingers.
Yeah, what are your fingernails made out of?
I haven't hit them yet.
Yeah.
Well, the fingers go away, but you know. Some guy told me to use a magnetic chuck to hold it.
Oh,
You know how heavy a magnetic chuck is?
yeah, I can imagine.
It's hard to do accurate work with a 50-pound chuck. So when it starts to overcome your torque, just let go of the damn thing. Put the brake on, stop it. That was a factory brake, I like that. So you dig in heavy, see these are digging in right here. So I'll make that where my thumb pushes, because I got more thumb pressure than finger pressure. Just gonna bring it in a little at a time.
That looks pretty good.
Cute now. See the finger dug in. That was safe, wasn't it?
At least you're over the burn.
Well, I mean, all the ones that the
We don't like
skin
when
all came off.
when you're burned.
Where all the skin came off.
Yeah.
Okay, so that was a nice, safe way of doing it. There you go. Now you gotta take a file and knock
Just
off
nice
the other
and
stuff.
cleaned up. Yeah.
See, you still got a little burr right here.
Yeah. Right.
So that's file.
Boy, very nice.
Here's a fine file. It's not over here right now. It's still under there someplace. I knew I had it around here someplace. So this one here, you want to just take that corner off. See, it's pretty. Got like a snaggle tooth on that damn thing sticking up. See. Now you could put this in a lathe on a bolt and tighten
Yeah.
the nut and spin it in the lathe and cut these with a bit. Or you can just do it with your fingers.
We're just cleaning it up. Yeah.
And detail work. Nobody's ever going to see that except whoever watches this stupid video
Well,
on YouTube.
I'll know it's there, and I like it. That's pretty cool.
And you deburr the corners
Yeah.
so they don't cut me when I put it together. Little detail work. So you got an angle right here.
When are we projecting starting to work on your bike?
Which one?
Either one, all of them.
All at once?
Yeah. We're gonna clear all this shop out.
Well, I got the 37 ULH titled. The 47 UL didn't go through title yet. It's still in the process. Next is I'm going to do the military bike, try to register it. So I got to mock up a couple of 45s.
Okay, and what do we got for sale?
Or I got to borrow someone's chassis. You know anybody that has a military chassis?
You want to
around?
borrow mine? You're welcome to it. So,
Then I got a couple WRs I could run through. And a few
what
other things.
what do we got for sale here?
Junk.
That bike? Nah.
Junk. Lots of junk.
Junk, lots of junk.
See how hard that? Notice the difference in noise?
Yeah, oh yeah.
See how hard that is?
Yeah, it just slides right off.
File ain't doing nothing.
Yeah.
That's why I didn't want to cut very much of the other file over there. That's called heat treated. This one has the same sort of sound to it. Now, if you bought an aftermarket nut, it wouldn't have that ringing sound.
No, it
to
would not, because it would be butter metal, right?
Yeah. Yeah, that's why genuine hardware is so much nicer. Okay, see this one you're going to see, so I like to make sure to kind of knock it down, but see it doesn't really want to cut it. At least it's not a sharp snaggle.
Are you
tooth sticking
interested in doing that with that frame?
up. I don't know.
I don't think my frame has numbers on it.
I hope not. It'd be a Harley if it did.
Okay.
Okay, so we got this all cleaned up because you didn't do it. No blame
I
on
didn't
you.
have the resources to do it,
All right.
but I see what's involved,
Yeah, a couple things.
and it sure makes it nice.
Okay,
Are
so
you going to want to index this for that new bars?
well, we have to work on the handlebars. So
Okay.
let's cut this off. We'll clean this up. We'll come back.
Okay, great.